Hey guys, Saiyan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so I put up a video not that long ago talking about Saiyan Day and the fact that we haven't had any hints or anything yet. And I was talking about some of the stuff that we know potentially from within the files of the game pertaining to OSTs that are going to be playing, like they're related to Daima, as well as talking about the Kid Goku idol sprite and all that kind of stuff. And literally about an hour ago, I've only just seen this now, but I seriously, who is very much known in the community as a leaker when it comes to upcoming stuff on Global, which of course now that the versions are synced, essentially means upcoming for both versions of the game, still have no idea how exactly has access to this information. But over the couple of years, every time we've been anticipating a celebration where we don't already know what the character is, if I seriously tweets out a gif of a character, pretty much it's always been the case that that is the character who's correct. Over the last like 4 or 5 years, I think there's only one time that it's been incorrect. And he said that the information came from a different source that he trusted, and obviously turned out to be incorrect. But every other time, these quote-unquote leaks, right, have been correct. So it's one of those things where, whilst you obviously do have to take things with a pinch of salt, all the last few times that something has been posted by him pertaining to a you know, like, again, quote-unquote leak, they have been correct. So about an hour ago, I seriously tweeted this gif of Kid Goku. Now, it's funny because it comes from this original tweet here, which I translated it because obviously Twitter doesn't even give me the option here. But fortunately, Chrome will let me translate selection to English. And it says, on the verge of resurrecting I Seriously to do Dokkan's Saiyan Day teasing job. Because remember, this tweet with the hand, as you can see here, came out on the 14th of March. It's now the 15th of March, and we still have not had a hint or a teaser for Saiyan Day. And so the funny thing is, I Seriously then quoted this tweet, basically with this saying, I have been called. And there you go, Kid Goku gif. So again, take it with a pinch of salt, because this isn't like 100% concrete, guaranteed in stone. But as I say, I Seriously has a pretty proven track record at this point. And so this means that I will choose to believe at this point, right, and that's the point of the video, that Kid Goku is going to be the Saiyan Day Dokkan Fest. Now, this is very interesting because obviously DB Saga, I talked about in the video that went up like an hour or so ago, is a thing that doesn't necessarily get the greatest amount of love in the community, which I know a lot of people grew up with Z or Super at this point and didn't go back and watch OG Dragon Ball. But obviously this is where the series started, and it deserves to get love from time to time. I mean, the anniversary was supposed to be all about all of Dragon Ball as a whole, and OG Dragon Ball Saga got one free-to-play card, and then that's literally it. So, you know, I think it's good for OG Dragon Ball to get some love. Like I mentioned in the previous video, we can see it here. They showed in that little teaser when they announced that they were going to be doing the the idle animations for characters, they showed a Kid Goku one. And obviously that is not something that we currently have in the game. So, of course, would become available once a new Kid Goku is actually going to be released. So it makes perfect sense for that to be the upcoming release here. We'll finally get to see this Kid Goku idol animation, if Kid Goku is indeed the character for Saiyan Day. So, the interesting thing about Kid Goku. So, we obviously don't know either way whether it's going to be a normal Kid Goku or a Giant Ape Kid Goku. This is the Giant Ape one from the World Tournament. This is the last Dokkan Fest we got on the physical path to power Kid Goku. Kid Goku's on a lot of categories. I think Goku is a good option when it comes to doing OG Dragon Ball Saga stuff, because even people who aren't necessarily super into OG Dragon Ball, they don't necessarily care about like the DB Saga category itself. Like, Goku is obviously a character that fits onto a lot of other teams regardless, so he's still going to be buffs for the teams that people like to run, even if they are not, you know, caring about like a DB Saga team, right? He's on Pure Saiyans. Obviously, if he's free, this one's on Movie Heroes because of Path to Power, but he's on Pure Saiyans, Goku Family, Kamehameha, depending on where they take him from. Obviously, this one's on Exploding Rage, but Bond of Friendship, Bond of Parent and Child, Earthbred Fighters. Of course, that means he'll be on the full, I guess, depending on which one it is, right? Because this guy's not on Earth Protecting Heroes. So he wouldn't be on the Vegito lead team. But I mean, he would, because he's a Pure Saiyan, of course. So being an Earthbred fighter, he's on the 220 lead. If they make him the Giant Ape Goku, then obviously he gets Giant Form, he gets Giant Ape Power, The Path to Power one isn't on Turtle School, so depending on where in the story the Goku is taken from, he should be on Turtle School as well. I wonder if this guy's on Uncontrollable Power because of the giant ape. I guess that makes sense, right? So that would be another good category team that he would be on, which would be a nice buff. So Kid Goku, obviously the tweet doesn't give us any information about whether it is a Giant 8 Power 1 or a DB Saga 1. Giant 8 Power would be really cool, as I mentioned in the previous video that I put up. That's a category that's going to get a lot of buffs this year with the Daima stuff, the Heroes Easy A's, and then of course the I just said Daima stuff. The Daima stuff, Heroes Easy A's, and then yeah, this guy being a Giant Ape character. I wonder if they'll ever get around to, because I thought the Saiyan Day celebration could be something Bardock related, because we're getting the free-to-play Bardock, like eventually getting his awakening into an LR, and there's still all of the Team Bardock Giant Ape characters that haven't had an Easy A yet. So even though they're not directly related to Goku, I guess if he is the Giant Ape Goku, they could use that as an excuse, right? Especially if one of his leader skills was Giant Ape Power, to give those guys Easy A's as well, which would be more buffs for that team. Because when it comes to Dragon Ball Saga, like, this is a team that really does need more than just one buff, right? Like, getting a new Dokkan Fest doesn't make this team suddenly runnable again, right? Because realistically, in terms of currently runnable characters, and this is before Anniversary Power Creep, so to be honest, I'm actually not even sure how Roshi stands up in like the difficult content that's out now. Bulma's like aged out, unfortunately. You know, she was best unit in the game when she released. The Demon King Piccolo from the Anniversary is really, really good, but needs to be run on an extreme based team. The World Tournament Grandpa Gohan is pretty good. Yamcha and Poir's Easy A is pretty good. The Bunny Bulma and like the Mai from the recent like additions have been pretty decent, but overall the team is a bit hit or miss, right? So Goku having a strong banner unit would be good. We realistically would need some good Easy A's as well. Obviously Saiyan Day doesn't have a part 2 character, so Goku is an interesting choice. I feel like they probably won't focus on Dragon Ball Saga, depending on what his leader skill things are, focusing on either Giant Ape Power if he is a Giant Ape Goku, or if he's just a normal Kid Goku, maybe focusing on something like Kamehameha. Because realistically, for all of these, we don't want a celebration themed around like Dragon Ball Seekers either, really. Although again, that's a category that gets a lot of buffs with Daima. Goku Family maybe, Bond of Parent and Child maybe, Turtle School depending on which Goku version it is. Like, there's some interesting ways they could go with this without having it be completely leaning into buffing DB Saga, because obviously, as I say, that is a category that needs a hell of a lot of work. We don't want a repeat of the release of the AGL Scouter Vegeta, where he came out, his banner unit kind of sucked, then the Easy A's that came out of him weren't very good, and so by the end of his celebration, Namek Saga was still a team that was just left like lacking and just wasn't really very good, despite, you know, having a whole celebration where they got a bunch of extra buffs. That team was then still just kind of right? And we're still waiting on, even with the buffs for like the Namek Goku and the Full Power Frieza, the Namek Saga team is not exactly great, especially for current endgame content. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Are you excited for a Kid Goku? Are you disappointed? Do you think that the tweet, you know, is I seriously maybe going to be wrong? As I say, it's not for something that happens very often, but let me know what you guys would like to see for a Kid Goku. Do you want him to be a Giant Ape Goku or just a standalone Kid Goku? What would you like his leader skill to be? All of that kind of stuff. I think at this point, as we're getting so close to the actual date of Saiyan Day, I feel like we have to see something from the official accounts, either tomorrow at the latest, even if it's just the teaser of like a new Dokkan event is coming or something like that. I feel like by tomorrow morning, we have to get some details. I say tomorrow morning, like UK time. It'll be late this evening, US time, I guess. But let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think Kid Goku's a good choice? What would you like to see? Let me know all of that down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.